Okay, I think this has to work for now. Hi everyone, welcome back to another video of mine, and in today's video I want to talk a bit about entrepreneurship and all of the things that I've learned from being a freelancer and doing business with people myself. And yeah, I hope you guys like it. I'm also going to be talking a bit about fashion. There was the pandemic, I started like a little Depop Vinted and it was pretty good. I also had another job, but I was doing quite good with sales, and it just got to the point where it was really overwhelming, and I was asking myself, wow, it takes so much more to run a business than what I thought. And little notes here that I want to just go over and to give you guys an impression of what my experience has been like, and also to look back and have something to look at and just reflect on. And yeah, so the first thing I wrote down is everything is not what it seems, and that is literally it. You know the word fake it till you make it, and that's a lot of the attitude and things that are happening in the business world as well. And that doesn't mean it doesn't work, that doesn't mean it doesn't apply, but the thing is like that you have to keep in mind when you're starting out something is that a lot of people are still figuring it out and always will, and you always think of business like this grand structure, and yes it is, but if it's a smaller business there's probably not as great of a structure as like a really big business. And yeah, it's really a lot of things that go hand in hand and a lot of things to juggle, but it ain't all what it seems. If the business is portraying on the outside that it's doing well, there could be like a lot of conflict in the inside and we don't know about it because they just want to portray that image. And yeah, the second thing that I wrote down is you decide your price. That goes to like if you have a skill or anything, you decide basically like what's the price. And I think it's something I've learned that it's like you can, when you work hard and you're doing a good job and you're receptive to what people want, you can make as much money as you want, and you can make a lot of money. And that's also my mindset, like I can make as much money as I set my mind to. So I think that's really good to have in mind, and yeah, it really changed my life, that mentality. The third thing, be kind, because everyone knows everyone. So if you're doing business with people and you don't get along, or if you're never talk anything bad about people, because everyone knows everyone in like different industries. So I think that's always a good thing to keep in mind, that you should always be kind. And that's, I think, something that every good human should do, and not like talk bad about others or anything. And yeah, and never, always, like if you leave a situation, always be kind, always be humble, and I think that's a good attitude to have. The long road leads to success. So for me, I think the long road is the vision, because I see a lot of things, like let's say you are reaching the top of your career by a certain age, let's say you have a hit song, right? What comes after that? Like you can only go down, but if you level up bit by bit, I feel like there's more of like an equal, like sustainable attitude that you have, and sustainability within your business than like these spikes, you know? So for me, the long haul, baby, it always is. Then yeah, cash flow is the real deal. Gotta manage your cash flow really well when you are having a business, because that is like the water of the business, and I see a lot of things happen where the cash flow is not managed right, and so always keep an eye on the cash flow. Yeah, and in fashion especially, there's this thing, I read this article of like Pia Moss, I think it was from the In the Cut, it was kind of like trending on TikTok. Okay, in the article, they're talking about Pia Moss and how he's, like this great designer, and they're having such high expectations, but he doesn't really perform to the level that people were thinking he would. So there's always this price you pay in a business, especially in fashion, where it's like the creativity and the commerciality, and I think that's a really difficult one to handle, because you have to think about like the things that people actually wear that drive revenue, but also like staying creative, because that will keep the spirit of the company alive. I would say the soul and spirit, but also the body is like, you know, selling pieces and like getting the cash flow in. So I think that's a really hard one for a lot of fashion students to manage. And for me myself, it's like, how do I, you know, balance out the commerciality with the originality of things. I think that's a really hard one for a lot of upcoming designers, and we've seen it with Pia Moss that is, yeah, like that is, it's hard, you know, it's not what they portray to be. Like a lot of these businesses are not selling and nobody talks about it. There's always a way. Oh yeah, this one is probably one of my absolute freaking favorites, and that is, there's always a way to connect, it just takes time. Okay, so there's this, I don't know where it's from, but there's this book where it says that you're always connected over like 5 corners with somebody. So if I think about somebody like a celebrity or whatever, and there's always a way somebody that I might know, like the cousin of a cousin of a cousin, or the friend of a friend of a friend might know this person, or might be connected to their assistant or whatever. So there's always a way to get to somebody. You just have to break through that ice of getting there. And I think that's the biggest lessons I've learned in business, is there's always a way to make a deal happen, and there's always a way to connect to somebody. It just takes time, and it takes patience, and it takes persistency. Like if you're contacting a client and they're not following up, whatever, they might not just read your message or your email the first time, but when you follow up, they might open the message. Like I had this a lot of times, and after a while they come through and it's like, wow, like now I'm connected to this founder or that co-founder, and it's just like amazing, because you thought like you could never break that ice, and but you can actually, you know. And you just, that's number 7, I would say, is never underestimate the things that you can do and the person that you are. Like I want to really like repeat this for a second, like never underestimate the person that you are and the things you can set your mind to and your precision. Because yes, be humble if you don't have the skills, yes, like, you know, but you get there. Like everything is teachable, everything is learnable. And the thing is, like if you put yourself here and you put like somebody you want to talk to on the pedestal, there's gonna be, you see, like there's a distance between those two people, and you're not on an equal playing field. So they're not going to talk to you like that, you know. They're not going to reciprocate your energy when you talk to them. So keep that in mind when you're doing business. Nobody wants to be treated like they're an outsider, they're up here. Like no celebrity, no like millionaire, they all don't want to be treated like that. They want to be treated like they want to be, you just have to come with that chill energy, you know yourself, be confident, be humble, but also yeah, don't give up that needy energy, because it's like, it's not good. I think if you give that off, then it's like yeah, they will repel. It's like an energy construct, right? So yeah, I think that's one of the most important things I've learned. Like everyone is just human, you know, everyone has their own journey, everyone is like, we're all human, you know. Everyone has they might have in your eye a special position, but they all started somewhere, right? They all started somewhere, and they're all human, and so you are able to talk to them, and you're able to manage this, and you are as capable as this person is to do whatever, because you're human, right? And they struggle, they breathe air, they do all these things like you do, so you're capable as well, so you're on an equal playing field with everyone. I think that's one of the big lessons. Another one is like, okay, so the energy of like the universe moves around what you do. So this is like I don't know where I picked this up, but this is so important, and I swear to God, this, if you want to make something happen, put your mind to it. Your mind goes first and your action comes second. Your mind always comes first, your action comes second. But also think about a bus, right? You're trying to get in, squeeze into the bus is full. You see from the outside there's no space in the bus. Like you want to get in the bus, like this is the bus you have to take, like there's no other bus coming for you. and the bus door opens and you see it's full, but as you move in, and as you thought it was impossible, but if as you move in, the energy around you started moving and you had space in the bus and you could fit in the bus. So I think that's so incredible, because it just makes everything so much how do you say, like, it just makes sense that like the energy is moving when you put your mind and your action towards it, and you can make anything happen. And yeah, I love that bus, and I love that bus analogy, because it's so true. Like sometimes you go into a bus and it's full, but then they move to the side when you're like coming in, because there's energy moving. So okay, yeah. So I think these are really important ones. You know, when you are starting a business, when you're starting on your path, it will be lonely at times. I'm not gonna not say this, but you have to have strong, clear boundaries with people, know your worth, know what you want, because in the end, everyone who's gonna be on your path and aligning with that, yeah, you know, they will know you and they will see you for who you are. That doesn't mean that you should always, like, the people you meet along your path, you should be kind and you should handle everyone with, preciousness. But if people go and come, this will be normal. Like, it is a normal thing of life. And you will know who your real friends are when you start on that path. I tell you, I kid you not, like, I kid you not. I am so happy I found this out, and it's still something I'm finding out, but also when you are at a certain level, there will be there was times when I was in a room and it is like so pretentious, like you go to these events and it's just like, damn, like, but you just be you, like you be your authentic self. And yeah, I think that is really important. Speak up for yourself, be your authentic self, treat everyone with kindness, because honestly, it being kind to people is just the best thing you can do. And then have compassion with yourself, but also learn to say no and like stick up with your boundaries. So I think that's really important. Like, and it will be lonely, and you will be sometimes the one with the idea, and you have to like defend your idea, or you have to like, nobody will believe in you, but if you believe in yourself, there will be a way and God will make a way. And yeah, remember that you are special and that you're here to do something great. And I wish you a lovely day, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.